Hey y'all, it's me, Slave by Jordan.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I'm just here to do my job.
And today we're going to be working with Curlsqueen. Inside we have this pink little bag that is great for storage for all the tools and stuff that you need to apply your microlinks. So, let's start. First of all, they gave us 3 duckbill alligator clips. Duckbill? Yeah. Gave us 3 of those in the navy blue color. They gave us a detangling brush. It also says Curlsqueen on it. We have a rat tail comb. We also have some hair grippers to help you keep the hair out the way, and that way you can have a nice, neat install. Oh, child, we have a lot. We have some silicone beads. They give you some extra beads. We have, this is the information about your hair and everything. What is this? This is a thank you card. First of all, this is a beautiful thank you card. I love this. We'll put this hair brush to the side so I can remember to tell y'all. We also got this, I don't know what to call this, but this is when you're doing micro loops. We're not doing micro loops today, but I don't know what this tool is called, so I'm not gonna even tell y'all, but it comes with it. And then, but this is what we are going to be using. So these are our pliers right here. And then we have this crochet hook. And this is what we're gonna slide. We're gonna use this crochet hook to grab the hair and slide it in between the bead. And we're gonna use the pliers to close the bead down and lock it into place. So yeah, these 2 things we will be using today. We won't be using that other tool right there. We're gonna be using this. And I love that they give you that in the box, so you don't have to go everywhere else and buy it. You get all your hair, all the tools you need to do your install. And they also gave us a bonnet. They also gave us a bonnet, and I think this bonnet is double-sided. It is. And it also comes with the drawstring, so it won't come off. Love that. So now for our hair, we have the Water Loose Curly 18 inches, and I think we have the Glam set, which is 120 pieces, which is 300 grams. So basically it's like 3 bundles. So here are the 3 bundles. As you can see, they come with this stuff on it. This is just to keep the beads from like tangling with each other. But basically, it's bundles, but they're beads along the track of the bundle. And we're basically going to do a microlink install like that. This is the Water Loose Curly texture. Yes, super soft, super thick. Love that. And we're actually going to do a curly install. I know a lot of people, they get curly hair, but they blow dry it out and press it and, style it. But we're going to do a curly install with this hair. And we're also going to color this hair. My model has red hair, so we're going to color this hair from a natural brown black to a bright red. And we're going to do a curly microlink style using this Water Loose Curly 18 inches Glam set, 300 grams from Curlsqueen. So if you're excited and you're ready to get into it, I know you will love this video. Let's get into it. All right, y'all, to get this hair red today, we're going to first bleach it. We're using our BW2 powder and 50 volume developer. I made my consistency a little bit looser than normal, just so it can spread on the curly hair easier. When you make it thicker, it's harder to spread, and you tend to run into uneven bleach. So I like to make it a little bit looser, a little watery. That way it can evenly spread, and it just gives me an even bleach. So right now I'm just using my coloring brush, making sure I paint it on those roots. You can get the bleach on the beads. It's not going to do anything to them. Don't worry about that. Unlike tape-ins, with the microlinks, you can color the entire thing without having to worry about running into any issues. So you see I'm putting that bleach directly on that track and directly on that bead. I'm doing that first with the brush. And once I have that fully coated, I'm just going to take my hands and just start slapping it along the length of the bundle. Make sure you're working that bleach through the bundle really good. You want to get an even bleach and you want to make sure that you don't have any black spots. I definitely use that paddle brush that I have over there laying to the left side to brush through the bundle to just make sure that everything is evenly coated. And then I just set that to the side. I think I left that bleach on for about 20 minutes. To dye the hair red, we're using our L'Oreal High Color Red and some 40 volume developer. This is the bundle after I bleached it and rinsed it out using Dawn dish detergent. I didn't condition. I just shampooed and left it as is. I also made my red hair dye consistency a little looser than normal as well, just so it can evenly spread on the bundle. And I didn't blow dry the bundle before putting this high lift color on it. I literally just towel dried it and then just started putting the color on. I'm doing the same process I did with the bleach. I'm making sure I apply with my color brush on the roots of the track. Like I said, you can get it on the bead. It's not going to cause any issues. And once I paint it on, actually, I think I painted the entire bundle using the coloring brush. Then again, I might have not. Who knows? But just make sure you get that color everywhere and make sure you're using your paddle brush to evenly distribute it so you don't miss any spots. I know a lot of you all may ask, why didn't you just put the L'Oreal High Color on from the jump? Well, unlike your natural hair, with bundles, just putting high lift color on the bundle from the jump is not going to get it to the shade of red or burgundy that you want, because it's processed virgin hair. It's not raw hair, so you need to first break down those bonds first. So that's why I like to bleach the hair first, just to get any coating off of the hair, and then I like to go in with my actual color. That way it can actually take the way I need it to. If I was to just put this on the bundle like straight out the box, it was just going to turn a dark burgundy color. It wasn't going to be red at all. So that's why I bleached the hair first, then put the color on. It'll just give you a better color result. After I applied this color, I let it sit for about 3 or 4 hours. I honestly forgot about it, y'all. I just had to do stuff around the house. And then I rinsed it out with my Dawn dish detergent and conditioned it with my silicone mix. And this is the bundles after being processed. Here's my baby Selena. This is her natural hair. She colors her hair red herself. And this is her natural length, her thickness. This is just fresh from a blow dry. And this is the bundle. You know, we're trying to make sure that it's gonna match. And yeah, so for the placement and the parting, it's the exact same as the tape ends. I do a part across the head from ear to ear. So we're going to separate our two front sections. And then we're going to start sectioning out the nape to see how much coverage we need to make sure we're covering the tracks, the microlinks. Like I told y'all in my taping videos, how much hair you leave out depends on how long your hair is, how thick it is, and all that good jazz. So everyone's head will be different for how much hair you leave out. Just lay your rat tail comb on the part. If you can see the rat tail comb, you need to leave out more hair. If you can't see the rat tail comb, it's perfect. You're ready to go. So that's what I'm doing now, just sectioning out all of her leave out. So now we're about to drop down our first section and we're about to get this microlink install started. So on your crochet tool, you want to make sure that you open it before sticking it through the bead. It should be open before you stick it through the bead. All right, so after you have your crochet tool in your bead with the latch open, you're going to grab some hair, close the latch, pull it through the bead, and clamp the bead down with your pliers. I know that is a lot, so I'm going to show y'all again. You're going to take your crochet tool, make sure the hook is open, slide it through the bead, grab some hair, close the latch, pull it through the bead, and clamp the bead down with your pliers. Now, if this is your first time trying it, this is going to be difficult because it's so many steps. But y'all, it's really simple. You just got to think. Just think for a second. Now, what I'm doing now is just measuring my track to see where I need to cut it. And then I'm going to show you guys again. Take your crochet tool, make sure it's open, slide it through that bead. Then you're going to grab some hair. I grab that hair. I close that latch. Pull it through the bead. Sometimes it messes up. Grab it again. Close that latch. Pull it through the bead. Take your pliers and you're going to clamp that bead down. And make sure when you're clamping it down that the bead is close to the scalp so it's secure. But don't make it so tight on the scalp to where it hurts them. But it does need to be tight. So don't get me wrong. It does need to be tight, but it doesn't need to be in excruciating pain. And that was our first track. So now we're going to drop down another section of hair and we're about to get to it again. Once again, once my crochet tool is through that bead, I'm going to grab some hair. If you mess up, it's okay. Just grab it till you can get it again. Close that hook, pull it through that bead, and press down with your pliers. And make sure if your bead isn't on the scalp that you take your pliers and push it up to the scalp first, then clamp it down because you want to clamp the bead on the scalp. Just make sure that you're always asking your client or whomever, is this comfortable? Is this okay? Because you don't want them in pain and you don't want to risk, pulling your hair out with these beads. So make sure it's tight, but don't be just, running it in the ground now, just going crazy. I got my crochet tool through my bead. The latch is open. I'm going to grab some hair, close that latch. Sometimes it messes up and that's okay. Grab that hair again, close that latch, pull it through that bead. I'm going to take my pliers and slide my bead up to the root, making sure it's on the scalp, and I'm going to press down. And you're literally going to continue that process all the way up, just like how you do the tape ends. It's the same thing. And look at how secure that microlink track is. It's not going anywhere, and that's exactly what we want. So keep it going, you all. You got it.
watching you. Boy, I've been watching you.
And if you're following my steps and placement correctly, when you pull the hair up, it should be flat, seamless, and you shouldn't see any microlinks. So right now what I'm doing is I'm separating out the leave out for her half up, half down. You know, with the placement of my tapes and microlinks, I do it to where you can do a half up, half down, full ponytail, middle part, left side part, right side part. So right now I'm just separating her leave out to cover her hair when she does a half up, half down. And once I separate that out the way, we're gonna finish closing up this back section. My tool is inside the bead with the latch open. I'm about to grab some hair, close that latch, pull it through. You see how I pull her hair strand through? And then I'm going to take my bead. I'm going to take my pliers and grab it onto my bead, slide it up to the root and press it down. And boom, it's secure. And we're going to do that again. And I'm going to try to explain that better. So I put the tool through the bead, grab some hair, close the latch, pull it through, take my pliers, slide the bead up and close it down. Our back section is completely done. As you can see, it's super flat, super seamless. You can pull it up. You don't see any microlinks, no tracks or anything. This is exactly what we want. And right now we're on to the front. We're separating out her leave out, making sure that it's going to cover her microlinks when she put it in a ponytail on the side and in the front. So you will see how I separate her leave out because it's not in a straight part. It's almost slanted. And like I said, depending on the thickness of the hairline of whoever you're doing this install on, it'll be different how much leave out you leave out. It could be smaller, it could be bigger. Just make sure that all the extensions are going to be covered. And I'm going to show you exactly how much I'm going to leave out. I'm using my rat tail comb trick to make sure that none of the hair will be showing. That is how much hair I'm leaving out. As you can see, that parting is almost like in a V. And you see that little small little slice? That's what we're going to start our first microlink on. And we're only going to be securing 2 beads on each one of these little sections. Because like I said in the front, you don't use a lot of microlinks in the front.
Self-control has never been a thing. Don't think it'll help if there's a ring with a rock in it. Where I'm from, they serve the soda clean. You come from a city where there's lean with the rocks in it. How the fuck you keep so many secrets? How you going vegan but still beef on weekend? How the fuck you seen so many beaches? Tickets to them places don't come cheap, man. I see it back in church, remember who took it first, and don't you forget it. That's you with, we ain't got back on shit. I had to tell Eric, go get it. I'm always moving too fast, the feeling don't last. I feel like you take me for granted. Probably my fault for the way that I handle it. I should've put you somewhere where no one can find you. Mansion 96 with nothing around you. Katy, Texas, Dallas, Texas, you know a different environment. But you got this high. I know. Cause you got this high. I know. Cause you got this high. Ooh, shawty, you tried it. Voice getting filled with entitlement. Why would you tell me those lies? Why would you make it so bold to my face? Why are your stories all over the place? Whole lot of secrets friends don't keep safe. Where did your friends all go? I can't solve your problems. You say your problems never needed solving. I was too good till you should've stayed silent. Nice guys always finish off where they started. Deja vu, you wanted things and you got it. Deja vu, I wanted smoke and I got it. Deja vu, deja, deja.
And once I've added my links, look at how this is looking. It's so seamless, so flat. You don't see any of them at all. Now I'm going to part my side part and make sure I cover the tracks on the side part on both sides. And we're also going to part out our middle part leave out to make sure the tracks are covered when we do a middle part. So don't just cover your tracks for the side part on one side. You have to cover it on both sides. You got to think about it that they're going to be tracks right below the middle part leave out, and you need to cover those as well once you flip it to the side. So you need to cover that as well. And this itty bitty section is what we are left with. And we're only going to be able to put 2 rows of links on that itty bitty section. And that'll be all the microlinks for the front on that side. So in total, I only put about 6 links in the front. The majority of the links are in the back. This is the same way with tape ins. It's the same type of placement, just a different way of installing the hair. And now the entire microlinks on that section in the front is done. As you can see, super flat. She can do her middle part. She can also do her side part. It's very versatile. Like, we just love it. Now, before I do her finishing style and blend her hair all together, I'm going to show you some styles that you can do with the hair. You can do a full ponytail. I'm going to show you that first. Then I'm going to show you a half up, half down. And then I'm going to show you the different side parts. And then I'm going to show you the middle part. You have full versatility with these microlinks from Curlsqueen.
You know, say anything when you do, they must comment it. I can't come and see myself. So anything when you do, I do try to teach one way. Plenty, so far we be face. Just to make sure money.
And those are all the styles. So now I'm going to go blow dry her hair off camera. And now we're about to cut this hair so that it can blend better with her natural hair. So her natural hair stops about an inch or two above where I'm cutting it. With curly hair, when you're wearing it in its curly state, from just my opinion, you don't want the length a lot longer than their natural hair, because with the curly tape-ins and the curly microlinks, you can see exactly where their natural curly hair stops and the extension stops. So I try to cut it to a length that's maybe a little bit longer or exactly where their natural hair ends. That way it just looks so seamlessly and it doesn't look like she has extensions. Because if I was to just leave that hair long and, you know, wet everything down, she has such a thick, blunt cut, you would be able to tell exactly where her hair stopped at and where the extension stopped at. And that's not a cute look. So that's why I went ahead and cut this hair to a more favorable length so that it can all blend together. Because when people see her out in public or they see her online, if you haven't watched my video, you would think that, oh my God, her real hair is beautiful because it's all her real hair. But that's just because I cut it to a length that looks natural and blends with her natural hair.
You know, say anything when you do, they must comment it. I can't come and see myself. So anything when you do, I do try to teach one way. I can't come and see myself. Plenty, so far we be face. Just to make sure money day. But my people, they go say, I know one time, I know one time, I know one time. I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know.
And this is her hair after I finished cutting the extensions. As you can see, it's super full. It looks natural. And now we're about to start wetting this hair down. I only have water in my bottle, and I'm just wetting the hair all the way down. And I'm using my wide tooth comb to help me keep the hair detangled as I'm wetting it down. And we're just going to wet her whole head down. Now, my model, she does have a bit of color damage and heat damage just from like coloring her hair on her own and, you know, straightening on her own. So that's why we were scrunching the curls up. We trying to get that hair to curl on up. And I'll just take my Lotta Body foaming mousse, and we're just gonna put that all on the hair. I'm not the best at defining curly hair. I'm not gonna lie, but I can get the job done. But I'm not the curl defining connoisseur. But I'm just showing y'all what I did to get her hair in the final look like how I showed. It may not be the best method for defining curls or waves, but it got the job done. And now I'm just taking my paddle brush and I'm brushing it all the way through. You just want to make sure that you don't have any tangles. As you can see, there are no microlinks slipping. This really looks like her natural hair, and I just love that for her. So as you can see, previously I was scrunching her hair up and now she's scrunching her hair up. We're just trying to make sure we get those curls popping. Her hair hasn't been worn in its curly state in probably over a year. She has just been straightening it and coloring it red. So it hasn't been used to being worn curly lately, but we're getting it there. And now I'm just using my diffuser to help, dry the hair. I don't want her walking outside looking like a wet dog. And this is her hair after we finished diffusing it. As you can see, curls is getting popping. And now we're finna lay them edges down using I Got To Be Glued, the black one. I just did some regular old swoops, y'all. She was there because she was like, you low-key made my hair look like a frontal. And I was like, girl, I was just trying to swoop your edges. But she loved it, though. She loves her baby hairs. And now her baby hairs are done, so let's do a quick recap. I want to thank you for watching this video. Once again, this is Waterloose Curly Hair from Curlsqueen. Make sure you check the description box below for more information on this hair. I have some more hair and lifestyle content dropping this week, so make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And more importantly, turn on those notification bells. I love you. Goodbye.